Well, hello, everyone. How's everyone doing out there? Oh, man, oh, man. So we are past the holidays, and here we are, screaming towards the new year. Only a couple days left in 2021. How is everybody doing? Oh, it's nice to be live again. It's pretty cool. I know it's been a second since I've been live. So, because, we get past Christmas, everything, everybody spend time with their families. And, I wanted to get this live stream in before my next created video goes out. I hope y'all enjoyed the last one where I take a look at evangelism videos. And I hope everyone is doing. I hope everyone had an amazing holiday, whatever you happen to celebrate. Of all the winter solstice celebrations out there, I hope that y'all had fun, spent time with family. If you traveled, everybody was safe and healthy. Let's see who is in the live chat, because there's some things I want to talk about today. Some things, some stuff that I found interesting that I came across. So, and I want to I don't think it's really video content worthy. I think it's more like addressing these things so that the people who follow the channel can know about them. So let's see who's in the chat right now. Oh, I see Nimrod is in the house. Good to see you, Nimrod. Says, why can't time go faster? This is true. Why can't time go faster? Well, depending upon, where you are gravitationally. Captain Welshie, good to see you. Thank you so much for being here. Appreciate y'all. Miss Tina Jones, Mystique, see you. Says peekaboo to you. And yes, hope everyone had a great Mythmas, whatever you happen to celebrate, Saturnalia or the winter solstice or whatever. I hope that it was an amazing time. Surf, good to see you. Surf is in the house. It's almost time. That's true. We are here. Thank you so much for being here. Surf, Second Best Bob is in the house. Good to see you, Second Best Bob, and a member of the Godless Army. I appreciate your support there, Chief. We're only a few new members away from unlocking the next emoji. So it would be cool when we hit that. So appreciate your support there, Second Best Bob. And I see Logical Hillbillies in the house, another member of the Godless Army. Good to see you. Good to see you. Says, hello, good people. Hello to you, good sir. Glad to see you. Glad you could be here. And UKPI is in the house. Good to see you, UKPI. Hello. Another member of the Godless Army. Appreciate the support. Clive Wells is in the house. No ghost. Maybe the trend is dying. Hopefully. No, I'm going to be haunted by it forever. Anyway, good to see you, Clive Wells. Clive Wells is amazing, and I love the feedback that he gives me whenever I do like a science style video. Because whenever I'm talking about physics or astrophysics, obviously it's his field, physics, and I always try to make sure that all my stuff is correct when I'm talking about it, or try to represent it, in a way that people can understand it. So I appreciate all you do to help me, Clive Wells, and all the work that you do. Thank you so much for being here. Sean Alexander, good to see you. Thank you so much for being here. Says Tina Jones, glow is about one of the creepiest things I've ever heard of. Glue. JL told me about it yesterday. It's basically religious marketing. Yes, it's terrible. We're going to get into that. It's freaky. It's really, really creepy. And I want people to be aware of what's going on behind the scenes, because a lot of people may not be aware of this. Stellarium Celestia, good to see you. Thank you so much for being here. Woof, woof. And the Turtle Moves in the house. Says, look out. It's that Clive Wells. It is that Clive Wells. Absolutely. There's those ghosts. Thank you so much, Clive Wells. I appreciate all the ghosts, because ghosts are alternative energy. Yeah, the end of 2021, Sean. The end of 21. Absolutely. Oh, good to see everybody here. Soup Kettles in the house says, doing fine. No work till January 3rd. You enjoy those days off, because they are few and far between. Enjoy those. You see, what's so funny is that, because people out there, the vast majority of people there, they have 9-to-5 jobs. They're working 9-to-5. And I gave up the 9-to-5 so I could make my own hours, and now I work 24/7. That's pretty much it. Now the work never stops. That's just how it goes. So either, slave away 9-to-5 for somebody else, or slave away 24/7. But set your own tone, set your own rules, and I'm never late to work, which is fantastic. Good. And the Jord said, good to see you. And the Jord, happy Honda days. Good to see you. Nimrod. Oh, Nimrod is not here. Nimrod would like to inform everybody that they are not here. So good to know. Just call me Abby's in the house. Says, I'm here. Thank you. Celebrating being cancer free. Fantastic. Congratulations. Way to go. That's good news. Oh, Charlie Welch is in the house, another member of the Godless Army. Thank you so much, Charlie Welch, for the support. The only man on the internet you never make a bet with. And with the Cryotangelo emojis, yes, crying Otangelos. Those got to be the favorite of the channel. And Plato says, you can say Christmas, it's okay. They won't take your atheist card. Yes, Christmas, whatever, if you happen to celebrate that. But yes, good to see you, Plothole, another member of the Godless Army. I do appreciate it. And Surf has become a new member of the Godless Army. Thank you so much, Surf, for the support. Oh, I could not do this channel without y'all. Now enjoy your channel badge, which will be the evolving or the expanding mind meme, which will expand further as you are a member, the longer you're a member, and all of the very cool emojis that I have created for you. So thank you so much, Surf. I do appreciate that. John Rapp is in the house. Good to see you, sir. This time slows down when you're working. Bloody annoying physics. Very true. Very true. I think it was in the movie Deep Blue Sea, where LL Cool J says, time, the best example of time being relative is that you put your hand on a hot, you put your hand on a hot skillet, and a minute can last an eternity. Put your hands on a hot woman or a hot man, or you put your hands on a hot significant other, and time can go by in a heartbeat. Let me see. Second best Bob. Thank you so much. And yes, sir. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. More ghosts from Tina Jones. I appreciate all the ghosts. Randolph Richardson, good to see you. Good morning to you, sir. Glad you're here. Randolph would also say, Randolph would also like to say, I upvoted this video. Did you? If not, why not? Yes. and please have an argument prepared for that. Syllogism. I'd like a syllogism for why. Rick Manellis is good to see you. I prefer to immortalize my goodwill towards humanity over the whole year. I like this. Very good. Good to see you, Rick. Thank you so much for being here. Sean, yes, with the Donut Earth. Yes, Donut Earth is hilarious. And Peter Flemberg, good to see you. Thank you very much. I am doing well. I hope you are also doing well, and the holidays find you well. I hope they haven't been too stressful. Thank you so much for being here. And Bob Nodell's Gyroscope's in the house. Good to see you. Good evening to you. Facty's in the house. Is Heidi Ho, Truth Monkeys. Good to see you, Facty. Mr. Andrat says, good afternoon. Good afternoon, Mr. Andrat. So many amazing people in the house. Oh, thank you so much, Nimrod, for 20 sex, because I can do with all the sex I can get. Because I did not just give you sex either. Well, I appreciate that. Thank you so much, Nimrod. I do appreciate that super chat. Very awesome. Plato says, sometime this summer, I'm coming to your house to light you up. I don't know if you're talking to me or talking to somebody else, but, Skeptic Dag is in the house, another member of the Godless Army. Says, a sharpened blade may slay a man, but a sharpened mind can slay God. This is true. Faith is the mind killer, and mind is the faith killer. Very true. Wrote it no less name. Good to see you. Says, Gabba Gabba to you, good sir. And KCA Randy's in the house. Says, good greetings, JL. Greetings to you. Thank you so much. Appreciate you being here. Oh, man. Stellarium Celestia is a member of the Godless Army. Thank you so much, Stellarium Celestia. I do appreciate the support. Enjoy all of the emojis that you have access to and your new channel badge. Thank you so much. He's talking to me. Well, good to know. We'll definitely, when you all are able to come up here, to come north, I'm not that far away, but when you're able to come up here, we will definitely... we're definitely going to party down. It's going to be a lot of fun. No last names is like St. Patty's Day and Cinco de Mayo. New Year's just an excuse for white folks to overdrink. Well, I mean, New Year's, yeah, Cinco de Mayo, I get that. St. Patty's, I understand that. St. Patty's, I understand. It was a way for the Irish to kind of come together after immigrating here, which is why it turned into a party, because it was theirs. And it was a way to kind of like bond them together and, keep that kind of community going, because it's the one thing that they had. Whereas I know that over in Ireland, St. Patty's is just, it's usually a very quiet day. Probably just hang out in the pub, have a few drinks, stay at home, go to church. But here, we get it on. We tie it on. I remember one time I spent like 12 or 13 hours straight in a bar. And I went through and I kept the same booth, and then friends would come in and just, friends would come in and sit with me. Then they'd leave, and then new friends would come in. It was like Irish soda bread, fish and chips, Guinness and Jameson's all day long. So, let me see here. Oh, and I see Night Noodler's in the house. Good to see you, Night Noodler. Thank you so much for being here. All right. What is this? Just call me. It says, come up. Okay, I'll jump on the nearest suborbital flight. Shouldn't be more than 2 hours. Definitely. Yeah, second best Bob. Yes, I was in L.A. He was second best Bob was in L.A. on St. Patty's Day once. Everyone went crazy. Yep, pretty insane. I always say, even in North Texas, you can find the right place, the right pub, and you can have an absolute blast. So, I have food here, and the reason I have food here is because it's a part of what we're going to be doing today. Let me crack that open. Predictive model. What am I drinking? Because I am predictable. And if you said, I don't know if anybody typed that in there, but yeah, it's a monster. These people, those were Coke should sponsor me. They really should. I know that Neil Patrick Harris got a lifetime supply of Red Bull because his character Barney Stinson on How I Met Your Mother was always drinking Red Bull. So as a thank you, Red Bull gave him a lifetime supply. All right, so the things I came across. This is some interesting stuff. So, well, first of all, the reason I have food here is because my wife got me a little present. She saw something cute, and she wanted to give it to me. And I know that Johnny will probably not be impressed by this at all, but she got me the Desert Heat hot sauce collection. Desert Heat hot sauce collection. Now, this is probably one of those just store-bought hot sauces. They're probably not that impressive. No, Johnny's going to be like, whatever. But she got it for me, and I wanted to try it. So the Desert Heat, glass bottles, yep. But the Desert Heat hot sauce collection, it has the different, these ones. We have a cayenne hot sauce, cayenne, and we've got a green. I like green jalapeno hot sauce. Oh, sorry, there we go. Jalapeno hot sauce. Kind of dig that. Very cool. And then we've got come here, you. We've got a Chipotle hot sauce. Yeah, Chipotle hot sauce with a little cow skull on there. Because it's, Chipotle, so it must be Texan or Western. And then the last one we have is a garlic habanero hot sauce, and has arrows on. Well, it's desert. It's supposed to be desert. So we've got we got like the Aztec colored quilt thing on there, and then we've got a dream catcher, and then we got a cow skull, and then we have arrows on that one. So it's desert. So it's Desert Heat. Wrote a no last name, says Desert Heat. I'm up in the Mojave, and it got up to 35 Fahrenheit yesterday. Bob Nodell says, when I see the black can coming into shot, I thought you were on the Guinness. Oh, yeah. I'm actually terrified. I got to be honest. And Skids Crasher. Good to see you, Skids Crasher. Thank you so much for being here. Hello to you. So I'm actually terrified of drinking or doing anything on stream. And just because I keep my tolerance low, I don't really drink. I'll drink socially, maybe I really enjoy wine, but I don't drink a lot. And I typically, if I'm drinking, it's because of a big celebration. I'll drink on St. Patty's, but I don't even drink as much as I used to. I will drink on St. Patty's. I will enjoy a Guinness or a few Irish car bombs and lots of really, really bad for me food. Nimrod says they're probably as strong as my farts. What's that? What was that? They're probably as strong as my farts after a night on the Guinness. Yeah, unfortunately, UKPI, no ghost chili sauce. There's no ghost peppers involved in this. So and I'm going to try these. I'm going to give them all a shot. We're going to find out. So we got the cayenne, the garlic habanero, chipotle, and jalapeno. So let me know in the which one you'd like me to try first. And what's really cool is I have the perfect thing. My wife made me nuggets. My wife made me chicken nuggets so that I could try these. And these over here, these were sweet potato fries. So, So yeah, I'm terrified of drinking or doing anything like before a stream or on a stream, not because of what it would look like, just because I enjoy recreational fun as much as anybody else. But my tolerance is low because I don't do it often. Because my tolerance is low, I don't know. I can't predict how it'll be. Like I might say something I don't. I have no idea. In vino veritas, and sometimes you take things the wrong way. If somebody came in and said something, I wouldn't want to just. I like being sober, sober and being able to think about what I'm doing before I do it. Commander Darklight's in the house. Good to see you, Commander Darklight. Another member of the Godless Army. Do appreciate that support, Chief. Really do appreciate it. Sean Alexander said, I didn't know chickens had nuggets. They do. They do have nuggets. And these are them. It's a very delicate process to cultivate chicken nuggets. So, so good to see you, Commander Darklight. And, Nimrod says, I am terrified of Irish car bombs. And for good reason. Well, the Jameson's car bombs are really, really good. Inquisitor Bacon's in the house. Says, evening, jail. Evening to you, Inquisitor Bacon. Thank you so much for being here. So, yeah. So before we jump into these things, which one? Okay. So does anybody say which one they want me to try first? Which one do they want me to try? The green one? Is it the jalapeno? The jalapeno hot sauce y'all want me to try first? I saw that Captain Welchie said the green one. It might be the jalapeno one. It might be the one that people want. Let's see. All right. Now, keep in mind, yes, Randolph, you are correct. Know your limit. Drink within it. It is a wise policy. And handle your high, which is advice I got from Kevin Smith. Handle your fucking high. That's the big kicker. So know your limit, drink within it, which I do. I know my limit quite well, and handle your high, which is very, very important. So they don't have heat ratings. They actually don't from lowest Scoville to highest. They just say, oh shit, I probably should have. I'm supposed to refrigerate these after opening. I probably should have shaken that up. This says shake them. Yeah, I opened it, but now we should shake it. So, oh no, Avi, I'm not going to chug this crap. That would hurt. I'm going to take that black stuff. There we go. All right, so we'll try the jalapeno first. So, Skeptic Dank says, "Bridge. I feel like calling a drink Irish car bomb is equivalent to calling a drink New York plain Jacker." Oh my God. That actually is an interesting question. There actually is a 9/11 drink recipe. If you go to idrink.com, the 9/11, what is this? Called the 9/11 due to its ability to bring people down with a couple of drinks. It is literally, okay, wow. It is 1/3 Jack, 1/3 SoCo, and 1/3 Jaeger. That is the 9/11 drink. So yeah, that's the 9/11 drink. 1/3 Jack, 1/3 Jaeger, and 1/3 SoCo. God, gross. Oh, I can't even imagine Jaeger and SoCo. Throw a little Jack Daniels in there. Ugh, nasty. All right, so here we go. All right, so chicken nugget. So this is the that's 0.33 ounces. That's like a third of an ounce. So you make a 1 ounce drink. All right, the 9/11 drink is just Jepson's Malort. Damn right, Skeptic Tank. All right, let me see here. Jalapeno hot sauce. Let's give this one a shot. Ooh, that went a little extreme. That went a lot. You can see it on there, yeah. That's not bad. Definitely jalapeno. The jalapeno taste is obvious. Not too shabby. That's not too shabby at all. I really kind of enjoyed that one. Nice little heat and nice little jalapeno heat. Just nice little jalapeno heat in the back. Like, just remind me, it kind of takes me back. Demon Orb, good to see you. Thank you so much for being here. Ugly German Truths, thank you so much for being here as well. Just call me. It says it was a joke, JL. It was a joke, but I had to find out if they're actually, because I mean, come on. If you can think it up, it exists on the internet. I had to know if there actually was a 9/11 drink. And now we know the 9/11 drink one is literally 1/3 Jack, 1/3 SoCo, 1/3 Jaeger. And that sounds disgusting. But 0.33 ounces is what it says. It says 0.33 ounces. All right, ugly German truth. Sounds like they want to make you wish you had died in the attacks. Oh yeah, it sounds like a brutal drink. If you're not intending of like that's like a you're done drink. Absolutely. All right. So the jalapeno hot sauce, not too shabby. Yeah, this was active. Yeah, it was Rodinella saying says if they're not touting their Scoville units, that they might actually be going for taste. This was actually pretty tasty. It took me back. It took me back to nacho, having like nachos at Texas Stadium with my dad. Whenever we, the rare times we got to go see a live baseball game. Kind of took me that. Just like fresh jalapenos. Very good. Not bad at all. What should be next? Let me know. I've got a bunch of take it easy. And the George says he's got to go. I can't taste things. Just call me Abby. I can taste things. And Sean Alexander, it's 9/11. Yes, it is. It is the first one, not the second one. Take it easy. And the George said, and I can taste things. That's why I like spicy stuff. It's because that's the stuff that really comes through. But I have more chicken nuggets here, so I need to know what's the next one. I got Chipotle, garlic habanero, or cayenne. The garlic habanero. Captain Welshie says the garlic habanero. Let's find out. See, that's my curiosity because, like, the Reaper. Oh, I have the funniest story to tell you about the Reaper Squeezins. Oh, I left the Reaper Squeezins out. And apparently my wife thought that I was joking when she thought I was like overselling how hot it was because I told her it wasn't really that hot to me. And my wife got the Reaper Squeezins. She wanted something to put on burritos. Oh, thank you for reminding me, wrote it. I got to shake it. And she like doused her burritos in the Reaper Squeezins. Like, ooh, I think it was like, and I didn't know this. I was in here doing Week in Horror. I was doing the live show. We get done with the live show, and I stepped outside, and she was like mad at me. She's like, "Why did you lie? Why did you lie to me?" I was like, "I didn't lie to you. I told you flat out that the Reaper Squeezins turned Irish Demon's asshole into a Japanese flag." His words, direct quote. She apparently didn't believe me. She thought that I was overselling it, so she doused her burritos in Reaper Squeezins, and for like 2 days, it was coming back to haunt her. So I feel bad. I felt bad because I left it where I normally have it here in my office, but I had brought it in. It was out there in the kitchen. She's like, "Oh, I'll go ahead and use this stuff." Yeah. That was not great. This is true. All right, so we have the garlic habanero. I haven't heard. Johnny hasn't said anything about what I did, because he's probably so unimpressed. He doesn't even want to, have an opinion. Sean Alexander, that's right. Never look at it. If you can find that video on his channel, it's absolutely brilliant. It was him and Johnny doing that taste test, and he doused his like chicken tenders in that Reaper Squeezins, and he said it was torquing him up something awful. It was hilarious. The only thing funnier on Irish Demon's channel is when I sent him all that Mexican candy from Texas. And he was like, Mexican candy. And the looks on his face when he was tested trying some of this stuff, it's just hilarious. I was falling out of my chair. I still go back. If I need a good pick-me-up, I still go back and watch him do that. So here we go. It's actually spilling out. I'm putting too much on there. So there we go. Yep. Garlic habanero. Ooh. Those two play very nicely together. The garlic on the back end. The garlic kind of takes the back end of the habanero off. But it's that nice habanero warmth. instead of like the jalapeno, because jalapeno is a bit sharper. This one is, this is nice and smooth. Ooh, this is nice and smooth. Garlic habanero. This one is better than the jalapeno. I dig this one. The garlic one is great. This one's really good. Oh, and it sits back there nice. And wait, okay, you know when you take like I had a bottle. I enjoyed a bottle of 12-year Jamesons with a friend of mine. A friend got a bottle of 12-year Jamesons, and this is kind of warm right in the same place. Really, really good. Excellent. I like that. I like the garlic. The garlic habanero is great. Yes, just call me Abby. I think, what is this, sherbet? It was like, and he would just put a big head full of freaking beer salt in his head. And the salsa-ghetti one was great because he took the salsa-ghetti, he put the little candy noodles, and then he put the sauce on it, and then he was like, his face would just turn. Absolutely brilliant. Chris Durham Music Channel's in the house. Good to see you, Chris Durham. Merry Christmas. Happy New Year. Can't stay, but I'm glad you're able to pop by. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. In fact, he says, no such thing as a nice habanero warm. This one was good. Maybe it was because of the garlic. But this one played really well. I really enjoyed this one. I like this one over the jalapeno. Bob Nodell says, go easy or you'll be wearing a Japanese flag tomorrow. I am immune. At this point, I am immune. Hot stuff going out the back end, I'm completely numb down there. That's going to get clipped and used against me, I have no doubt. Yeah, that's going to get clipped. Yep. Yeah, okay, so I have two next. I have cayenne. Cayenne, and I have chipotle. Cayenne and chipotle. So let me know which one I should do next. Nimrod says, 18-year-old Jameson's is fucking delicious, so smooth, and it's past the age of consent, so it can make love to my mouth. I love me some Jameson's. I really do like Jameson's. Jameson's and Gentleman Jack are both really good. If I'm just drinking, like if I'm out, Knob Creek is a pretty decent whiskey. But yeah. Jameson's. Love me some Jameson's. Absolutely. Plotto says, habanero, yes. Habanero is more for the smoky flavor than the heat. This is true. And that smoky went really well with the garlic. I'll give it that. Looks like cayenne. Cayenne sounds like a prawn star. Just call me heavy. Cayenne sounds like a prawn star name. Irish Demon running a fireworks booth wrote it. That was, the fact that he almost burned his house down, he almost set himself on fire trying to put a magnesium sparkler out in water was absolutely brilliant. All right. Oh, and I got to shake it. There we go. The one that starts with C, cayenne. So far, the garlic habanero is the best of the bunch. Let me see here. Chipotle. I'm waiting to see if any one of these is going to like hit me in the back, like when if it hits at the back of the sinuses, and then really just send you off. So Bushmills is good. Yeah. All right, here we go. So this is the wait. Damn it! I opened the Chipotle. Shit. Fuck it. We'll do the Chipotle next. And then we'll save the cayenne for last, obviously. Okay. One thing I will say is that these are a little on the watery side. Okay, just straight's not bad. Let me see. That one's a little weaker. It's definitely, you can get the smokiness in there. The turtle moves. Jail's alternative vaccination. The lurgy won't stand a chance. Just burn it right out of you. Yeah, it's just basically Chipotle sauce. It's all it is. It really is. There's nothing really hot about it. So, yeah. Nothing super hot about that one. Yeah, that's pretty much it. That's the weakest of the three so far I've tried. Still in love with the garlic habanero. Good stuff there. Last one is the cayenne. Here we go. Cayenne. The prawn star's name. Don't name your daughter Cayenne. That was that Chris Rock joke. Keep her off the pole. Where's the perforation on this thing? Come on. I kind of dig this idea that, like, despite what I do on my channel, despite like my primary content, I kind of dig this whole like trying hot stuff. It's fun. Where the heck is the perforation for me to take this thing off? What the hell? Does not have one. I'm not meant to try this one. Easy way to solve this. There we go. He said, says the guy who just said, I don't drink, and then immediately picked up a wine key. I don't know why I still carry my wine key on me from the time I was a bartender. I will say this. My years as a bartender, I made the best Long Island iced tea. All right, here we go. Come on. There we go. Oh, stupid wrapper. Okay, so this is the... Did I shake it? I don't know if I shook it. I was too busy fighting it. There we go. Let's try this. Let's see. Bob Odell says, the only thing funnier than Irish nearly burning the house down was Flat Jerp's video about it. That was especially hilarious. That was very good. Just going to toot my own horn. Yes, thank you, Surf. I got to shake it up. Shake it like a Polaroid picture. You know, I recently found out today. It was a couple days ago. I learned that Hey Ya is one of the is ranked at one of the ranked in the top 25 songs of all time. I did not know that, and it's something I recently learned. I found that to be very, very interesting. Here we go. This is the Cayenne hot sauce. The last one of the 4 of the desert heat combination. Oh. Cayenne. Wow, it was nothing. That was legit. I'm going to try another one because there was just nothing there. Yeah. It's just flavor. Yeah, just flavor. That's all it is. Unfortunately. All right. So, this was fun. Of the Desert Heat hot sauce collection that my wife got me. Number 4, just flavor. Number 3, Chipotle. Number 3. Number 2, jalapeno. And number 1, garlic habanero. This one was the best. Heat, flavor, it all worked perfectly. These 2 were the really, really solid ones. So, thank you to my wife. Yep. Thud. Done. Because I can drink it like beer. So that was fun. Oh, Second Best Bob says, plot hole, your performance in Nail Gun will go down in movie history. It probably will. But just let everybody know, if you do follow us over at Week in Horror, over at the podcast, there is something special over there for you. Okay? There was an upload. I uploaded the trailer. I uploaded the trailer for Nail Gun. So you can go out there and check out the trailer for Nail Gun. But there's something special in there. Okay? Hunt around. Look for it. You'll find it, and you'll see. Just letting you know. I'm a big fan of Easter eggs. Okay? Really, really big fan of Easter eggs. And just little things to see if people notice them. Like putting stuff in there to see, hey, did you notice that? And surprisingly, they don't often get noticed. But yeah, there's a secret thing over on the Week in Horror channel. See if you can find it. JC, good to see you. Says JC Not is in house. Says, I'm ready for the Hot Ones episode. That would be a cool show to be on. I would love to be on that show. To see if I could get through it, you know. So yeah, little Easter egg hunt over at the Week in Horror Discord or Week in Horror, the Week in Horror YouTube channel. So you can check it out. It's a secret, so it's not blatantly just out there. But go check it out. I wrote it those times. I should have done a fake MPA red band. This is true. I did see your comment there, Rodent. All right. Thanks, Plotthole. I appreciate that. Surf just sent me a link via Discord. What is this? The Satanic Temple official hot sauce, 5-ounce bottles, handcrafted vegan hot sauce flavors. Options are garlic chipotle, ghost pepper, mango habanero. Mango habanero. Those two flavors go very well. And jalapeno. I may have to try those out. I may have to check those out. Officially offered at the Satanic Temple. I will tell you this. The Satanic Temple are some really cool cats. They really, really are. I reached out to them for just basically to help look into something regarding my last video, and they got back to me so quick, were so friendly, and it was one of the nicest emails I've ever received, because it just, I know it's just text and everything, but there was just a warmth to it. Flames. No, but there was a friendliness to it. It was one of the most welcoming emails. It didn't feel stale or static, or sterile. It was just a very, very, just a very nice email. And it was like, wow, they made me feel good about myself in an email. I was impressed without being like, I'm blowing smoke up your ass. I was impressed. And, it just kind of shocked me there. Is that a mustache here? I don't know what that was. Let me see here. Bottle says we can make that happen, not getting on the show, but running the hot sauces. That would be fun to get all the ones that they use. I would love to do that. I have no sense of smell. Everybody knows. So my sense of taste is muted. But that's why I really like spicy stuff. But that's also because I eat lots of spicy stuff. I'm like immune to it. It doesn't really hit me like it hits everybody else. So I'm kind of curious if I would make it through, or if it would actually get somebody to be like, oh, I'm freaking dying. So it would just be sweating. It's true, Commander Darklight. True Satanists are some of the nicest people on earth. Hates for the Christians. There is no hate like Christian love. You're absolutely correct. Mr. E-Man, good to see you. Thank you so much for being here. Appreciate it. All right. Rodent says, I dropped a pic in horror chat taken just 4 hours ago. Desert heat. Let me see. Week in horror chat. Horror chat. Desert heat. This picture is from this morning in the Mojave. Wow. That's snow in them, our hills. Yes, that is. Because the Mojave gets cold. So, all right. And plus, I heard that the West was getting slammed. What is it? Lake Tahoe had 17 feet of snow. 17 feet of snow in the at Lake Tahoe. That's insane. 190 some odd. It was like 190 some odd inches. That's ridiculous. So yeah. Yes, second best Bob. I can't. I have virtually no sense of smell, and it's muted my taste, but I can still taste. So I still have a sense of taste. It's not as rich. So, but here's the wild thing is I don't have any scent memory, and your sense of smell is one of the strongest ways to form memories. I don't have that. I have no sense of smell. So, unfortunately. Yes, Captain Welshie. Let me see here real quick. Lake Tahoe snow. It is currently 28 degrees Fahrenheit in Lake Tahoe. Precipitation is 53%. Lake Tahoe shatters 50-year December snowfall record with more than 16 feet. The previous record of snow at Lake Tahoe was 179 inches. They got 193.7 inches of snow. Hit Lake Tahoe. Yep. Big time. They are shut down. Shut down. 193 inches. Absolutely insane. Mr. Amen says, please see previous welcome. Hello, all of you quantum fluctuation believers. Let's go ask Heisenberg. I will leave that because we have other things to talk about. I will leave that to Clive Wells to address. Pothole says, Commander Darklight, even better. I need some Aussie hot sauces. Irish Demon sent me some while he was there. I ran out. Imagine Mr. Andred, imagine the opposite, hyperactive smell. I'll take the loss, thanks. Yeah, hyperactive smell would be insane. I've heard that there are some individuals whose sense of smell is they're so sensitive that it's actually painful. So that it hits their olfactories and it's just like so overwhelming, it's agony. And me and myself, none whatsoever. So no, it's barely registerable. And I feel like it has to be like super, super strong that I can pick it up, that I can pick up some hints. And the only reason I know I'm picking it up is because when I smell it, I can taste it. It's like, and I can taste it again. So that's pretty much it. Second best, Bob. I've learned to live with it. 2% of births have no sense of smell. It's a rare thing, but not stupid rare. It's just one of those things. But I appreciate that. Thank you so much. No scent memory. That's the one thing that I don't have. I have no concept of. I have no concept of what it's like to smell a thing and then have memories generated from that smell. My wife does, but I have not. It's kind of like I don't know what I'm missing. So, but then again, she could run a marathon and I'd still be good. Mm-hmm. Fred Knotts is in the house. Says, damn, late again. Nah, you're just on time, Fred Knotts. We were just shooting the shit, and I was testing out some hot sauces. So. Oh, and Omnioros Boros is in the house. Good to see you. What's new, JL? Not much. We're about to jump into it. And get some things to talk about. So, just got done testing some hot sauces that my wife got me for the holidays. You know, she got me just the Desert Heat collection. Chipotle, garlic habanero, jalapeno, and cayenne. And just tested them all with some chicken nuggets. Very, very good stuff. Wrote in no last names. Is 16 feet must be fake, as it would be above eye level in the horizon. There is no snow sticking to a ball. That's funny. MC Toon just messaged me via Discord. We've been going back and forth. Yes, Eric was on my channel. Okay, does anybody remember? I wonder if all y'all remember when I had that guy Eric. Apparently, his name is Eric Cherry. Oh no, sorry, Eric Jewell. Eric Jewell was on my channel. Yes, that's him. And yeah, guy on the right, Old Man Winter. Yes, Eric Jewell. Wolf Biting? I guess he goes by Wolf Biting. I have no idea. But anyway, Eric Jewell I had on my channel. And that's the dude who got completely out of control. There he is. And that's the guy who got completely out of control, and I had to mute because he wouldn't let me speak. He wouldn't let me respond to what he said. Every time I got a few words out, he would pull a Darth Dawkins and shut me down. I just got a message from MC Toon that Eric Jewell wants to debate me pro-con evolution. And given his behavior last time on my channel, when I had him on my channel, I don't know if he can comport himself in that manner. You know, I don't know if I want to. I'll have to think long and hard about that one. Omnioros Burrows, JL, could you make a 19-minute film for $20,000? I absolutely could. I could make a much longer film for 20 grand. I could make a standard feature for $20,000. I could definitely make a 19-minute film for 20 grand. Absolutely. And it would be fucking fantastic. It would be amazing. Fred Knott says, do it. They will mute him. You see, I don't, yeah, this whole point is, I'm going to have to think on it. I really am going to have to think on it. Oh, Second Best Bob brought something up. Check out the book and movie Perfume for someone with super smell. Yes. I actually like that. I really, really like that movie. Ben Whishaw is the lead actor in that, and he gave a fantastic performance. I find that movie enchanting. It has Dustin Hoffman in it, a number of other major actors. I really enjoyed that movie. Just the concept of it really put a visual spin on having a sense of smell that I could never have. Just kind of like, wow, just to see what that's like for people, you know, especially when Dustin Hoffman smells the concoction he throws together, and he smells it, takes it back to this, I guess this moment when in the gazebo with the girl that kisses him, and just the sense there, I was like, I don't know what that's like, but there are people who do, and it just like, it kills me. But I really enjoy that movie. So first thing that I wanted to bring up, and you saw it on the thumbnail. I hope everybody liked the P. Barnes for President deal I have up there in the corner. P. Barnes for President. I need to make like a dun, 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 dun. I really do. I need to make a P. Barnes for President. Oh, thank you so much, Second Best Bob, for the 10-pound super chat. It says, for your movie. Oh, I appreciate that. Thank you. Thank you so much, Second Best Bob, for the super chat. I appreciate the support. It will go to a good use. And yes, we will be able to use that. I do appreciate it. Thank you very much. Ugly. So, yes, Ugly Services is president of who or what? President of the United States. The message is shockingly clear. When God's not worried, P. Barnes is. P. Barnes for president. Absolutely. I mean, come on. He would be amazing. I mean, how could you I could even see just the campaign posters. That's me pushing for P. Barnes. That's my P. Barnes right there. There you go. Oh, stop sharing. Get off my desktop. Oh, there you go. There's my P. Barnes campaign poster. Fred, I don't know if P. Barnes knows he's a hero. I think in his mind, he's just a man doing his job. You know? Mr. Sparky as his running mate. That'd be great. Thank you, Sean. That'd be fantastic. But yeah, there you go. There's my campaign poster. My campaign posters for P. Barnes. P. Barnes for president. So this first big thing I wanted to dive into. Omni Bro says, who's P. Barnes? Wait, P. Barnes? Paul Barnes. So is it Paul Barnes? Yes. If you don't know, for those who don't know, Paul Barnes, jury commissioner. So, jury commissioner and Pete Barnes. My bad. Sorry. Pete Barnes. I got it wrong. So, Sean Alexander, if you resist, you become a resistor. That's funny. Oh, that's funny in multiple levels. So, he was the jury commissioner and head bailiff that stopped that 23-year-old idiot from bringing his camera into a courtroom, because it's, you need the prior permission from the judge to videotape in a courtroom. And he was just trying to force his way in there, and Pete Barnes was having none of it, and he tased his ass, and then they arrested him. So, jury commissioner and head bailiff Pete Barnes, who was a former deputy and a former jailer and a bailiff, oversees a cadre of more than 20 Kootenai Kootenai County Court employees. And I think that's up there in Idaho. Where's that at? I can't remember what state it's in. Idaho? Iowa? First District Court Jury Commissioner. Coeur d'Alene locations. You know, what's interesting about him, about P. Barnes, is that he was Jefferson Spatchcock, good to see you. Thank you so much for being here. Yes, the 23-year-old was a sovcit. He does do that sovereign citizen bullshit. And I didn't know this about P. Barnes. He was actually working during the DC sniper incident. So yeah, when that shit was going on, P. Barnes is a hero. He is a hero. Could you say the potato stare again? Slower? Potato stare? On arrows, bro. So I'm not sure what that. He was he was a sovereign citizen, and P. Barnes is just a Kootenai County, Idaho. Sorry, Kootenai County, Idaho is where that went down, and Pete Barnes pretty much just wasn't having it, just not having it that day, and just tasered him, took him down. So he's like, it's a really nice. I love that. It's a really nice speech, but you're not getting in. Yes. Thank you. Second best Bob. Yes, to Jefferson Spatchcock. He says, I've really enjoyed your last couple of videos. You've been doing really great stuff over there. Really good stuff. Pretty much allowing J. Robin to expose himself like that was just hilarious. I didn't have to say anything. I was in the room. We talked after the stream went down, but after the stream ended. But I really, really enjoyed just kind of hanging out and just listening to him just go. I was like, wow, guy has no idea what he's talking about. It's tragic. It really is tragic. Bob Nodell, Sparky is every sovcit's worst enemy. It's true. Jefferson says, sovcits are crazy. I used to have to deal with them in a former job. That's wild. I couldn't even imagine. I would have no tolerance whatsoever. None at all. Yes, John. Sovtards are just insane LARPers. Agreed. Mr. Andrews says, P. Barnes, not messing around. That's true. When God doesn't care, P. Barnes does. So My pleasure. All right. So the first thing I wanted to jump on, as you saw in the thumbnail, this was kind of important to me. I was hunting around looking for various things, people making claims. It's weird. I'm finding like a dearth of claims. Omni, yes, you may email me anytime about the business side of filmmaking. You absolutely can. And yes, plot hole, J. Robin, DD's second best ball washer. Yes. Yeah, that was it. J. Robin. Woo! Way out of his element. Jefferson Spatchcock on one side, Tom Rabbit on the other. It was like a shit sandwich, two really great pieces of bread and just shit in the middle. It was just, damn. Just look at this. What is this? No, get this out of here. So, yeah, but, just watching that happen. And then Leophilius got up in there. I was in there. He was surrounded. The pack came in. Jefferson Spatchcock led the call. Tom Rabbit was, right up there. It was, on the other side. Jefferson Spatchcock was the raptor that J. Robin was staring at. And then Tom Rabbit swooped in from the side because he never even knew he was there. And then once he was down, all the other raptors came in to just feast on him. I'm gonna keep that. That's a good analogy. I'm gonna find that picture, probably make that meme. Jay was like, here's J. Robin, and then there's Jefferson Spatchcock up at the front. Just kind of sitting there. It's like, I gotcha. And then Tom Rabbit comes out and is like, clever girl. Wow. It's great stuff. It's on Jefferson Spatchcock's channel. If you have not gotten the opportunity to subscribe to Jefferson Spatchcock, get over there and get that boy to 1,000 subs. He is so close. I actually don't know how close he is, but Jefferson Spatchcock is at 785 subs. 15, so he needs 215 subscribers to get him to 1,000. Let's get that boy to 1,000. He deserves to get that milestone so that he can get him that much closer to being monetized. So this, if you haven't subbed to Jefferson Spatchcock, jump over there and get there. If you need a link, I will link that to you. I will link that over to you. Boom. And there it is in the chat. Pow. So there you go. Yep. Jefferson, you're at 785. You're at 785. And hopefully I can help you get a little bit closer to 1,000. So really good stuff. Oh, and look at that. Tom Rabbit has a new movie or has a new video coming up. I'm going to check that out when we get done. So, yeah, I keep putting this off. I keep getting on to other things. But, yes, definitely go check out Jefferson Spatchcock. Give him a listen. He's got some great content on there. And my pleasure, Jefferson. Anything I can do to help, you absolutely deserve it. You do some fantastic work. All right. So, this is the big thing that I came across. And I don't know if I can. I'm not going to share my screen here because it'll be just too difficult to read. Some of the text really, really small. Anyway, I was hunting through stuff. I was looking for content, and I came across something called glue, GLOO, glue, and I was like, "What the heck is going on here? What is this glue and what does it have to do with big data?" So as it turns out, churches are targeting new members with help from big data. I was like, that's what I came across. And then there's a small company called Glue mines online data for people who might be receptive to evangelizing and church outreach. So what I came across was this company Glue has put itself at the forefront of an effort to analyze Americans' personal data and online activities. They're essentially drafting off of big data to help churches reach people that are most likely to be open to their messages and join their congregations. Jesus is here. It is literally arrived. So Jesus has arrived. There's a company out there that is specifically drafting off of big data from social media to help churches target individuals with either advertising or whatever information they can glean. And the reason I felt that I wanted to bring this up is because the way for those you know how social media works. You post certain words. Certain words are picked up by the algorithm. And that algorithm helps to pretty much custom fit the advertising to you. But those words that are picked up and commonly used, those can be used for other things as well. And now all of a sudden, if you happen to, you're in your social network, you're in your little social network, you've got like 100 friends, most of them in real life. You don't really use it for anything other than keeping in touch with people so you don't have to use the phone. You start using words like you feel sad, you feel depressed, there's a monetary setback, something like this. These words will now go to help churches target you because you might be receptive to their message. So yes, and while it almost seems, I bring this up now because it almost seems like this would be obvious. Hey, Tiny Captain, good to see you, Tiny Captain. Thank you so much for being here. It almost seems like this would be obvious, that this would be the next step, that churches would utilize social media in order to target fresh audience members, to replenish diminishing audience members. We'll get to that as well. Yes, Mr. Andrew, targeted grifting via AI. And this company Glue is the one that's doing it. Churches can buy into their program for like $1,500. I think it's like $1,300, $1,500, something like that. Since day one, this is from their website. Since day one, Glue has been 100% focused on driving impact for mission-minded organizations. We equip ministry leaders with software, community, expertise, and data designed to help them see more growth and more life change in their people. Every day, our customers achieve powerful impact as they advance their missions. Digitally engaged churches choose Glue. And so some of the people that use them, like Mana Church, Community Christian Church, Christ Fellowship, 12 Stone, Eagle Brook, Venture, McLean, Westside. So Menlo Church, yeah, United Methodist Church of Resurrection. That actually doesn't surprise me because the Methodists are always trying to be progressive, and they would definitely embrace the online age to try and get more people in. So, but yeah, here you go. Oh, says, all right, Pluto says, all right, you awesome people. I hear the Apatosaurus whistling. Nice Flintstones reference. Time to go home for the day. Well, have a good trip back to the house. Yep, and Turtle Move says, everyone protect yourselves. Hail Sagan. Hail Sagan is true. Yeah, that is very, very right. Rodin says, wouldn't Jesus just give the advertisers special revelation? Yeah, pretty much. Sean Alexander. So it's Tinder for Jesus, pretty much. Yes, second best Bob. I don't mind the God bothers, but this shit is scary. So yeah. So Ugly German Jews bring up, yeah, this is not surprising. Marketing has discovered churches like TV has done so 25 years ago. That's pretty much it. It's finally caught up. Churches are embracing the algorithm. They're finding ways as well. If political data can be taken from this stuff, then why not data that can help us target who needs to hear our message the most? So utilizing big data to get information to you about whatever it is. So if it can help you to be, obviously everybody needs to be mindful about what they put online. But if it can help you, nowadays, it can't even be, I'm in a bad place, or I need to talk something out. It literally, it's almost like if you don't want to get targeted by this crap, everything's got to be puppies and, puppies and kitten smiles and rainbows and, Skittles and whatever. No longer can it just be a way to connect without, using a phone. Or for those who don't have a phone and they, or whatever, social media being what it is, really it's a marketing tool these days. But there you go. Predatory marketing, religion brought to you by way of predatory marketing. So be aware that certain things out there, that there's a company out there actively selling subscriptions to its service, where they buy in and they help to funnel that data to these churches so that they can increase, depending upon what the denomination is saying, cultivated algorithms to pull them in more believers. But the reason, and I can see this happening, it seems like it would be obvious that this would be the next step. So, but people need to be aware of it. This is becoming a thing, and the name of the company that is driving it. So Mr. E-Man says, if they are using big data to target political views, then the algorithm has me wrong. Alternatively, the party that pays the most gets the most ads on my internet. There you go. Nimrod says, Tanya, the Andere was in. Oh, that's another language. Oh, anyway. Cultivate. Charlie Welch. Cultivate. Very true. Oh, UKPI says they're pushing the missionary position. That's funny. All right, and the reason I can understand this happening now is because of something else that I recently came across. This kind of made some news, and some evangelicals are really kind of annoyed by it. In fact, I've run into a couple of conspiracy theorists who have pretty much conceded that atheists, or like atheism, agnosticism, is kind of like, he says, winning the war. There is no war. There is no war on Christianity. There is no war on religion. There is no war on Christmas. There's none of this crap. Okay? This does not exist. I am not at war with Christians. I am at war with willful ignorance. That's where I take my battle to. Hence, the very first line in all of my videos. With education, rationality, and reason, we can bridge societal divides. Just like I tried to explain to the previous theist that I had on my channel. It's like, he's a creationist. He rejects all the evidence. But there are Christians who accept the evidence. They recognize that these two concepts are not mutually exclusive. Just because evolution is true doesn't mean you lose God. Why not look at the evidence, accept what is rational, and then join your fellow Christians and not have that divide in the faith? Already there's conflict there just by you refusing evidence. There's conflict. Why not look at the evidence, evaluate it, be reasonable, and then you accept that evidence, and then that you've now united Christianity in a way that it wasn't united before. You have eliminated the conflict there. But he couldn't see it. He could not see it, which I found interesting. Surf says, no war, but we're an army. Shh. And Fred Knotts, I'd agree. Religion is a war on logic. I would say that, yeah. I've had more than one theist tell me straight up, Jesus wants your confirmation bias. When I asked them, well, how is that not confirmation bias? Confirmation bias is bad. How is that not? And it was like, you're supposed to use confirmation bias. Like, what? Jesus wants me to be irrational? So I didn't really have anywhere to go after that statement. Nonetheless. So, but the reason you can see something like this popping up, and I found this really, really interesting, and I may I think I might be able to share this one. I think I can. Chrome tab. Here we go. I'm gonna make that a little bit bigger. So, from the Pew Research Center, nuns on the rise. So this was this the most recent one? No. Wait a minute. Oh, dang. No, this looks like an old one. Darn it. I think I grabbed the wrong one. Let me remove that. Anyway, there was an article that was released. I'm going to have to see if I can find it. I'm going to have to see if I can find it. But basically that agnosticism, atheism, and deism are on the rise. Most of all, deism is on the rise. Theism is dropping in favor of deism. And what we've noticed is that individuals like Darth Dawkins, Jay Robin, other, Tone Lock, other individuals who make these arguments for God, if you break them down, they're actually making arguments for a deity. They're not making arguments for the Christian God. They're just making arguments for like deism and then calling it Christianity, calling it the Christian God. Because I think it's pretty much understood at this point that there are too many logical contradictions with the Christian God. It's understood that this is not a thing that actually exists. That ostensibly it's the concept of deism, and then with a lot more baggage added into it is what it's coming along. And so numbers across, this one that I have apparently was an older one. Recent. Was this oh, okay. Really, that's an interesting one. What is this? Sean Adams says, precept is used by those who can't actually defend their Christian position. This is true. Precept is not designed to convert people. Presuppositionalism is designed to keep people in the faith. You're never going to convert anybody with it, with presuppositional apologetics. You're not going to bring anyone into the faith. That's only designed to keep people from leaving the faith, which is why it doesn't work. And then if enough people hear it, and if you keep spouting it over and over again, eventually, you end up deconverting people when they realize how ridiculous it is. And plus how tyrannical it can come off. And so then people will just leave because they just simply don't want a tyrannical God. So they'll just simply, and if the Christian God doesn't make sense, then they'll just move to deism, which I got no problem with. I have no problem with theism either. Believe whatever you want to believe, but at least be intellectually honest about it. And deism, I have no issue because I think you can reason yourself to deism. There's nothing outside, but then deism is not claiming, hey, go slaughter, this group for me because I don't like them, and then take their, daughters as sex slaves. No deity ever said that, except, as I say, no like generic, no-faced, deity. It's always like, the Christian God said that, go commit genocide on my behalf. I'm commanding you to do so. Nimrod said, "It's cool. I would have." Captain, it's cool. I would have not answered you if I had a problem. I'm on my way to getting better. Got a great news from a doctor today. Things are looking like I'm not in the death zone. Oh, that's awesome, Nimrod. Fantastic. I saw Nimrod. I saw you also messaged me via Discord. I'm not sure. I may have missed something as the live chat is scrolling by. I'm trying to keep up with it as best I can so I don't miss anybody's, because everybody's got really, really solid points. And I want to make sure that if someone took the time to write, that I get to them. Cindy Johnson, good to see you. Thank you so much, Cindy Johnson. Pleasure to have you here. Thank you so much. So, and one thing, and also Sean bringing up what you said that precept is used by those who can't actually defend their Christian position. Precept is also vulnerable to the Cartesian demon. The Cartesian demon just shuts that down. And we were actually talking about this over on Jefferson Spatchcock's channel. The Cartesian demon actually kills precept because any information that because what they rely upon is any information they have about God is special revelation. There's special revelation and natural revelation. Basically, look at the trees and God told me. So, well, how can you eliminate the possibility that what was told to you not come from God came from the Cartesian demon? You can't, because everything is presupposed. But if you presuppose that, it opens up to you did not eliminate the possibility that the Cartesian demon is feeding you all lies about God. And if you can't eliminate that, then you're done. So yeah, Cartesian demon eats precept. Horrible. That should be a meme. It really should be. It should be Cartesian. It should be the what was it? The what? Damn it! Like the figure that's like grabbing something, and then something comes up behind him that's larger and grabs him, and he's like sweating. You know what I'm talking about? I don't know which meme that is, but I seriously think that should be that should be a meme. It should be like Cartesian demon. So Ugly German Jew says what they believe does no longer work in fact with the book they base it on, and what is in the book does not correlate with reality. Good point. Oh, Mr. Andrat, never. Your comments aren't fluff. Your comments are important to me. Fred Knott says, I told the theist yesterday that lying for Jesus worked against him when his lie was exposed. He didn't understand. Sean Alexander, God told me that your precept arguments are stupid. Proof she didn't. It's a good point. It's the exact same concept. Is that if you're presupposing things, you can presuppose whatever you want. And that's why precept doesn't work. I did this. I deconstructed this in my takedown of Cornelius Van Til. Cornelius Van Til was an absolute, Anyway, I made a video about it. It's on my channel. You can check that out where I break that whole thing down. Ugly German Jew says, how can you watch the man and believe jail is not interested in fluffy things? I am totally interested in fluffy things, like my beard. Absolutely, you're right. UGT, you are correct. All right, so Turtle Moves. Good. Oh, yes, Turtle Moves right. Nimrod, excellent news for the new year. Great way to start 2022. Sue Kettle says, Matt Powell believes that a photo of Civil War reenactors with a prop pterodactyl is real. Wow. That's hilarious. I've seen that photo. He actually thinks that photo is real? I mean, you don't even have to get to the whole statement in order to show that it's BS. I mean, because people search it all the time. 1 second. There it is right there. Civil War, yeah. And there's another one. Pterodactyl with some wow, even the Civil War soldiers look like they were just inserted against that background. And then there's another one. There's the same one in green. Because different colors. There's another one. There's a third one. Wow, they're just shooting these bad boys down all over the place. Look at that. Giant crow. Although technically that one looks like it's in flight because crows aren't mounted like that typically. Yeah, silly stuff. Oh, there's another one. Wow, there's so many. So many pterodactyls were killed. There's a good close-up one. It's so ridiculous. Oh, this one claims that this one is an imitation of the one, right? This one's a hoax and this one's genuine. No, there are no genuine ones. That's hilarious. That's just hilarious. Absolutely. Aaron Reese. Oh, Aaron Reese. Good to see you. Thank you so much for coming in. Matt Powell is just desperate to believe we lived at the same time as dinos. He might be Hogan's worst victim. Probably. Matt Powell's a bad one. And Aaron Reese, good to see you. A member of the Godless Army. Thank you so much, Aaron Reese. I do appreciate it. Appreciate the support. Just call me obvious. Does he also believe in that time-traveling hipster? Probably. Like I said, irrational beliefs lead to irrational behaviors. They act in ways to justify their irrational beliefs, and those actions, by virtue, are irrational. So, yeah, that's what it's about. But, yes, as it turns out, that I can understand why churches, why religious institutions around the United States, around the world, would be embracing the internet to utilize your big data, to utilize data that is scraped off from your social media interactions to cultivate information that the church could use to try to target individuals who might be susceptible to their message, who might need, that person needs to hear it because they said sad so many times. Mods, feel free to take care of that bot. Shoot that sucker. So yeah, in response, I can see that they would take any measure that they could to try and increase their numbers because overall, at least in the United States, churches are declining. Church attendance is declining. Church incomes are declining, except for the big mega pastors, which are getting all the attention. Small churches are trending down. Okay, and big pastor ones, the big mega churches are also trending down because now their malfeasances are coming to light, and people they're starting to lose followers. There was an almost riot that broke out in a church up in Detroit when a mega pastor asked for $1,000 in tithe from the congregation to put in for people to put in $1,000 each. This guy lives in a mansion. He drives a Rolls Royce. He drives a Rolls, lives in a mansion, wants people to put in $1,000 each person to this is a mega church, so a lot of people to put in $1,000. If they couldn't put in $1,000, they could put in $300 in Detroit. I'll let that stand where it is. So yeah. It's wild crap like that. In response to this, I can see why people are switching, are leaving theism for deism. It's a more rational position. It makes no unreasonable demands of you. It doesn't say you have to be inhuman in order to get in. It's ridiculous. So people moving to deism, that makes sense. Or deconverting. Atheist, agnostic. I don't know. The intellectually honest position of I don't know, or the intellectually honest position of I don't know if a deity exists, but being atheist or Christian, I'm atheist towards Christianity. I would consider myself, by virtue of the terms, a Gnostic atheist when it comes to Christianity. When it comes to deism, I'm an agnostic atheist. I don't know if this being, or this sufficiently powerful being could have existed and kicked the football in the universe and then fucked off with no evidence of its existence. I don't know if that thing doesn't exist. It hasn't shown itself to me, so I can't say that it does for certain, but just because there is no evidence, absence of evidence is not evidence of absence. But I can't draw any conclusions about it, so I'm agnostic. I don't know. And then, of course, with the Christian God is defined in logically incoherent manners, logically contradictory manners. If a thing is a logical contradiction, logical contradictions cannot exist. Premise 1, the Christian God is omniscient and omnipotent. Premise 2, omniscience and omnipotence are contradictory states. Premise 3, logical contradictions cannot exist. Conclusion, God does not exist. Mr. Lord says, let's do the Steve McRae, you are not believing right. Jefferson Spashcott, Bishop Wayne T. Jackson of New Era Church of Detroit, big Trump supporter too. Yep, that's him. It was a big throwdown. There was, I think, it was almost a riot I think the police got called out, and it's just absolutely insane. We have people were fighting. It was just absolutely crazy to demand people in an impoverished area like Detroit $1,000 for tithe. Are you outside of your mind? That's insane. When these people can barely feed themselves. Absolutely. I'm glad that group that stood up against them stood up to them. So, but it's in response to this. Recent studies coming out that was, you have the people who are just naturally just leaving theism for deism, deconverting to atheism and agnosticism. Those are on the rise. Theism is on the decline, which I think is great. It means people are thinking more clearly, people are thinking more rationally, and people are becoming more educated. And that trend is up, which is good. These are fantastic things. They need to continue. We need to continue to do work to support this, to teach people not knowing something is not a weakness. It's a strength because it's an opportunity to learn something else. That's what's important. So Logical Hillbilly says, that's what I say. I have no reason to believe and let people put me in whatever category they want. Yeah, good point. Yeah. Aaron Reese says, my adopted sister's bio father had the balls to tithe his own mother after she paid the rent for his church that month. Psychos. Yeah, it's insane. One of the saddest ones that I heard. Someone quoted that. Jefferson Spatchcock. They started the offering at $1,000. Then they said, if you don't have $1,000, then do $300. If you don't have cash, we've got ATMs. When they're installing ATMs in the church, that's when you know you've gone off. When the ATMs are ATMs, we got ATMs, multiple ATM machines, so that you can make that tithe. It's as bad as when Kenneth Copeland told people to donate their stimulus checks. When Copeland said, get those things, God will take care of your rent. You get that tithe in. Man doesn't even pay property tax. It's insane. Absolutely insane. Fred Knott says, casinos and churches have ATMs. Both a losing bet. Often they are. One guaranteed a losing bet. The other one, if you get lucky, Lady Luck can be on your side. I play a little Mississippi Mud, little Texas Hold'em every once in a while. Sean Alexander said, rather put my money in the slot machines in Vegas. My odds are far better of winning. Very true. There you go. Mr. Andrat says, make not my house a place of business. Capitalism, baby. Not saying that capitalism is bad, but there you go. And yeah, these were good chicken nuggets. These really were. So, yeah. That's what they're looking at there in areas that are deeply impoverished. And another interesting thing is that that kind of correlates to this. Jefferson Spatchcock. Church would be a lot more interesting with blackjack. This is true. So, gives new meaning to the term "the house always wins." Oh, Charlie Welch says, "I'm in the wrong biz." This is why John Oliver created a church called Our Lady of Perpetual Exemption. And that was a sad story, though. It was a lady who had lost her mother. Her mother died of cancer. And she had the money to pay for treatment. But instead of paying for treatment, she put that money into her pastor's hands. I can't remember which one it was. But she put that money, and she tied that money to the church. And then she died of cancer. So, and that's what her daughter was like. It was like, because it was after her death, she found out that all this money had gone straight into the church's coffers. No money had come back to her. That almost all of her Social Security and everything was pretty much all of her money was just going into the church. Nothing came back. She died of cancer. So, because she had no money for treatment. So yeah. Bob Nodell says the Kenneth Copeland uses a $45 million private jet because he refuses to fly on a jumbo jet with us demons. Yeah, Copeland. Yeah, Copeland. Copeland's a bad one. The wind of God. I just wanted to slap him in his fucking Muppet face. Oh God, that was cringe. That was cringe AF. That was cringe as fuck. So, and the information I was talking about here about how, oh Lord, won't you buy me a Mercedes-Benz? Turtle moves. Yeah. With things dropping like this, there are some other things that have come to light. That there's some other studies that came. I'm pretty sure Jefferson Spatchcock is aware of these as well. He'll probably be familiar with them. He's probably read the same stuff. Is that there is a correlation, not necessarily a causation, but a correlation between the countries and the states with the lowest funded education programs and the lowest average intelligence. Like if you were to say IQs. I know that some people don't put stock in IQ. I don't put a whole ton of stock in it either. I think it gets misrepresented all the time for what it actually is, but IQ is a thing. And it does give you a kind of a glimpse as to the averages of what you're working with. It's rudimentary is what it is. But there appears to be a correlation between countries and states, between countries outside of the United States and the states in the United States, that the lower the IQ average and the lower the educational funding, the higher the religiosity. So yes, that makes sense. That seems to make sense to us. That because if the goal of education is to teach people things and teach people how to think, not what to think, but how to think, and people start thinking along those lines. It's the exact same point I brought up in my John MacArthur video. John MacArthur was railing against higher education, railing against philosophy, railing against science, railing against asking questions about these things. He was just railing in because you go into the colleges, and they fill your head full of the words of Satan. Shit like that. No, it's not the way it works. They don't teach you what to think. They teach you how to think rationally, how to use reason. That's the point of these things. And they rail against it because most people, when they go to college, they do end up deconverting. That seems to be one of the big roadblocks. The vast majority, they hit college, they don't come out quite the same. There's a reason, because religious beliefs cannot stand against that scrutiny. Omni Oros Burrows, cool. Email me later. Have a good one. Thank you so much for being here. Mr. Eman said, there are different types of intelligence. We need to put a greater value upon wisdom. Yes, wisdom. The insight gained from knowledge over time. Just, intelligent, you people can be intelligent. They can cultivate knowledge. The insights gained from cultivating that knowledge, I would describe as wisdom, which takes time. Time, familiarity, lots and lots of studying, being able to connect those dots. And the best way I've heard it is wisdom is getting from A to Z without having to hit every letter in the middle. Nimrod says, just my thought. He has other interviews. Telltale showed some of that in his recent Copeland vid. Telltale Atheism was pretty badass, where he is more honest. The other people do not let me do my work, but why does he need? Just call me obvious. Naturally high IQ sucks. Take it from someone who knows. People who people who rate, test higher typically have greater incidence of depression and loneliness, dark thoughts. There is truth in ignorance is bliss. This is true, but there's a correlation there. And because religious beliefs, religious claims can't stand up to the scrutiny, because it's the first thing. It was one of the first things you're going to learn, especially go into any kind of STEM areas. Like, it's not true unless it can be demonstrated or proven to be true. Demonstrate the truth of a thing, and then it's true. And peer review. That's one of the most important things. And man, theists do, especially creationists, do not like peer review. They like their stuff coming directly from the ICR. That's what they like. ICR. Creation.org, Discovery, the Discovery Institute. That's what they like their information from. Non-peer reviewed, written by people who believe the same shit that they do. So, just call me. This says Mensa parties suck. just a room full of just drunk depression. It's just drinking. See too much. So yeah. So and this led me to another thing, which I found to be really, really interesting. So the next thing I wanted to jump on was after looking at like the intelligence and educate, complete bullshit nonsense, Nimrod. So, given the correlation between lack of education funding, low intelligence scores, low IQ scores, and the high, how religiosity is increased in those areas, there seems to be a correlation there. Second best, Bob. Have a good one. Thank you so much for being here. Appreciate you. Thank you. And, he never called the pastor demons. He just claimed they attracted demons. Thank you. Appreciate that. Ugly German truths. They attract demons. Ah, gotcha. Just call me depressed snobs obsessed with comparing their magic 3 digits. Rick Manellis, thank you so much for being here. Appreciate it. Oh, Clive Wells is back with a ghost. Appreciate it, Clive Wells. Can always use a little bit more power. So, and given what we and Night Noodler. Yeah, good to see you, Night Noodler. If I didn't say hi to you before, so instead he's not putting pineapple. You take that back. I am a supporter of pineapple on pizza so long as the next ingredient is Canadian bacon. And you have to prepare the pineapple correctly. Team Skeptic did not, when he did that little experiment where he made his own pineapple pizza, he didn't do that right. He screwed it up. That's why it was gross. You can make it gross if you don't do it right. Oh, I didn't say did I? Oh, that's true. Sorry, Nimrod. You are not here. I apologize. Yeah. Ugly German truths. What are pineapples? Thank you, Clive Wells. You are a wise man. Fred Dots. You mean ham? Canadian bacon. You shut your whore mouth. So this is the next one. I know that all of y'all will find this interesting because I got to get my NASA shield check. I've got to get my NASA shield check in by shilling for the fact that, as soon as I share this over, because I found this really interesting. NASA hires 24 theologians, including priests, to prepare humans for possible alien discovery. So I found this to be really interesting. Reverend Dr. Andrew Davidson, a priest and theologian at the University of Cambridge, is among 24 theologians who have taken part in the program, reported by the Daily Mail. So, U.S. Space Agency NASA has hired a British priest in a bid to understand how the discovery of extraterrestrials would change the way we see the universe. So, I found this to be, Clive Wells said, yes, jail works for Big Pineapple. I wish I did. Oh, that's funny. Yes, Aaron Reese, you're right. You can make it gross if you don't do it right. So it's exactly the same as sex. If you don't do it right, it's gross. If you do it right, it's amazing. Just like pineapple and Canadian bacon. Robert Castle says, Greg Locke talking about space aliens? So, but yes, I found this to be interesting, that to get a sense, as per the media outlet, CTI is described as building bridges of understanding by convening theologians, scientists, scholars, and policymakers to think together and inform public thinking on global concerns. It aims to answer questions such as, where do we draw the line between the human and the alien? And what are the possibilities for sentient life on other places? And basically, how we would react to that, How would human beings react to the possibility that there could be other life out there and we could, encounter them? It also got my attention because this seems like a subplot in the season finale of 2021 to prepare us for the main storyline, the main arc of 2022. So I found that to be interesting. Sean Alexander, pizza is like sex. Even if it's bad, it's still kind of good. It's true. How dare you rid the pineapple of its armor before eating it? Got to get at the soft insides. So, yeah, I found that to be really, really interesting. That, even NASA is bringing them in, just like how would people react? You got your representation right there. How will people react if aliens show up? I'm kind of curious. What do you guys think in the chat? If alien life, able to traverse the cosmos, has the technology to either circumvent the distance or circumvent the time, that either they don't age, they can cryo and travel as far as they want, or they have the technology to traverse these systems without having to worry about aging to death, dying of old age. How would the world react? Well, I think we can say how we would react. Maybe not. I know some people would be like, I have no idea. It would have to happen. It's so extraordinary. It would have to actually take place before it happened. But let's say like a District 9 scenario. It's like a District 9. They show up, but they don't come out. They show up, but they don't come out. They pretty much just come into our atmosphere and just hover there and just stay there. What if it's something like that? I'm kind of curious. Clive Wall says, Team Skeptic is an alien. They are already amongst us. So I'm really, really curious about that. How would hardcore theists embrace extrasolar life, EBs, extra biological entities, aliens? They show up. They're as intelligent, if not more intelligent than us. They make contact, and we find out that these concepts of like Jesus and God like that, they have no idea what we're talking about. And they've been around even longer than we have. No clue. Oh, then we went through our own kind of religious extremism at one point where we were, assigning, blame or credibility or credit to gods for creating things. But we've long since outlasted that. How would they react? Charlie Wells says they just say they're angels, right? Maybe. That's what they call UFOs or UAPs, or what they're calling now, unidentified aerial phenomena. But UAPs, they call these, maybe they're angels. I'm thinking if a freaking alien comes out, like a legit alien, if it could even function in our biosphere. If it's similar cosmic origin, maybe they're kind of like humans, but not really, just genetically different because of another planet. So they show up, they're more advanced. And they come to us and they be like, yeah, so what were your religion? Do you still have religion? Yeah, we have this, and this, and this. It's like, oh, interesting. Well, ours are this, no Jesus, no God, no Holy Trinity, none of that to speak of in some alien race. Like they have no concept of these. These are solely a human thing. Where does that put them? Where does that put Christians? Would Christians be able to deal with that? Would any religion be able to deal with that? I'm very curious. And yeah, Ilya, good to see you. Ilya Leta says there have been preachers claiming UFOs are demons. Also true. Boomer, good to see you. Thank you so much for being here. Another member of the Godless Army. I do appreciate the support. Says, oh, we know Jesus. He comes to our planet all the time. What do you mean you've been waiting 2,000 years? Well, we get Jesus all the best chocolate when he just shows up. So what did you do last time? That's funny. Just Call Me says, you assume they'd have bodies so advanced to traverse space and time. They wouldn't need bodies. Think of the sex. Would that be like the scene in Ghostbusters? Maybe. Oh, Rick Manell says, like the Simpsons movie, the bars would empty into the church and the churches into the bars. Very true. John Rapp, hashtag Alien Lives Matter. Yes, they do. Some old dude is in the house. A member of the Godless Army, and with a $10 super chat, 10 freedom dollars, says the Michigan militia would show up and kill them all, leading to the aliens declaring war and wiping us out. Nailed it. And thank you so much, some old dude, for the super chat. I do appreciate it. Thank you. Soup Kettle says, if aliens understood the concept of God, they could use it against us. Oh, yes, we are the gods. Obey us. I told them we've already got one. Freaking not Monty Python sequence there. Just go. You looked right into my eyes. That scene, too saucy for TV. I'm just a computer, not made to enslave mankind. It's hilarious, Celestia. Good stuff. Yeah, I'm just kind of curious. Invite the humans for dinner. How to cook for humans? How to cook for 40 humans? It's how to cook humans. How to cook for humans? How to cook 40 humans? How to cook for 40 humans? How to cook 44 humans? Yes, you're right, Sean Alexander. What does God need with a starship? Oh, Robert Cassis wouldn't want to boink a thing. No, hopefully it's not the thing. Yeah, humanity would fall. A species like that, we would fall. To serve, man. Oh, I love that movie, Life Force. Yes, space vampires. Good stuff. Yes. So yeah, I found this to be some interesting stuff. Interesting information that I came across, and it's a cookbook. And I just found that really, really good. This is interesting. So, Center for Free Thought Equality, polling and survey data. So, religious Democrats lean towards Biden while the religiously unaffiliated support Sanders. According to Pew Research, the vast majority of the religiously unaffiliated, 75%, disapprove of the way Trump was handling his job as president, while 70% of white evangelicals approved. Of course, we all knew that. Majority of Americans say belief in God is not necessary in order to be moral. This is according to Pew Research. About 6 in 10 Americans, 63%, say it is not necessary to believe in God in order to be moral, while 36% say it is necessary to believe in God in order to be moral and have good values. Good values being subjective. What are good values? What do you determine to be good values? The Pew Research on that one was published in December of 2019. Majority of Americans say belief in God is not necessary in order to be moral. 63 to 36. Interesting. And so the breakdown on that. This is kind of interesting. I didn't expect this. Oh. Thank you, Cindy Johnson, for the super chat for $5 freedom dollars. Says, I am listening while I finish working for the night. Thanks all. Thank you, Cindy Johnson. I appreciate the support. So this is kind of interesting. I want to bring this up. Now I don't know what total conclusions you can draw from this, but here's the results. So you've got. So majority of Americans say belief in God is not necessary in order to be moral. 63 to 36. Necessary to believe, not necessary to believe. That's divided up men and women, 68 to 31 in men, 59 to 40 in women. And then that's 67 to 32 white, 41 to 57 black, and 58 to 41 Hispanic. That's intriguing. And then, of course, the ages actually do kind of make sense. 75 to 24, 18 to 29. So essentially when you're in college, and and then 30 to 49, 67 to 32, 54 to 46, 54 to 46. I think that this curve is representative of generational change. As you're getting older, new generation comes in, you become a bit more you get a bit more locked down into your beliefs. So I think that dip in there might reflect it. But then again, it goes up when it's pretty much 65 and up, because at that point, you DGAF. You don't give a fuck about what people think. And, I can understand why that would go back up in the 65 up category. Cloudballs is shocking that 36% think it is necessary given the immorality of religion. I agree. I absolutely agree. Night Noodler says morality created religion, not the other way around. Yet moral laws. Moral law is what it's about, and tribalism. And Aaron Reese says people are drawn to an immoral religion because they themselves are immoral. You're drawn to the groups that justify the way you think. That also makes sense. Yeah. So yeah, that's intriguing. Just that kind of breakdown right there. And then post-grad, 78. College grad, 76. Some college, 61. High school or less, 54. That's a good sign. And then, of course, those who believe these things. Okay, here we go. Not necessary versus necessary. Protestants, that makes sense, 54 to 45. White non-evangelical Protestants, the non-evangelical ones, 65 to 35. Then evangelical ones, 62 to 37. That makes sense. Black Protestants, 66 to 32. Yeah. Catholics, 58 to 40. And then, of course, unaffiliated, 88 to 11. That makes sense. That tracks with all the other stuff I've read. All these things. I think individual. I think Tom. I think Jefferson Spatchcock. I think other people would see that and go, yeah, that given by kind of like what we encounter. Because we're when we're looking for stuff to comment on. Troll. Just basically slogging through comment sections and articles. That seems to reflect what I've seen. That makes sense. So that's intriguing stuff. And then, of course, going on in U.S., decline of Christianity continues at rapid pace. This was a report. And when was this done? October 2019. Decline of Christianity continues at rapid pace. Religious landscape of the United States continues to change at a rapid clip. At Pew Research Center telephone surveys conducted in 2018 and 2019, 65% of American adults describe themselves as Christians when asked about their religion, down 12 percentage points over the past 10 years. Meanwhile, the religiously unaffiliated share of the population, consisting of people who describe their religious identity as atheist, agnostic, or nothing in particular, which now stands at 26%, up from 17% in 2009. This is what we were talking about. This is the 2019 article that came out. The printer says, yep, that religious unaffiliation is increasing at a steadier clip, or is increasing at almost, let me see, that was 10 years? Christianity, 65% down, 12 points over the past decade. And, so atheism, agnosticism, deism is increasing, or unaffiliation, nothing in particular, is increasing at a higher clip than religion is going down. But religion is going down, which means that maintains 65% down 12 points over the past 10 years. 12 points over 10, 12 points, 50 years. 50 years, is my math right? Say 60, say if you say 60%, so if you say 65%, let's round it to 60 to make it easier, to make the math easier. 60%, I hate doing math, especially doing math live. 60%, 12 points a year. That's 5, 12, was 12, 2 times 5. Yeah, no. What the fuck is the math on that? What am I looking at? Is that a 50-year projection? Let me know if I did my math wrong. I think that's a 50-year projection, like a 50-year projection for like Christianity. If that trend were to continue. 50 years? Robert Castle, 666%. So let me know if my math is wrong on that. Let me know if I was wrong, if I got my math wrong. I think that's a 50-year shelf life for Christianity. We could only hope. We could only hope. So those were the big things that I came across. I wanted to chat with you all about and say hi to everybody, see how everybody was doing. Check and see how everybody's holidays went, and hope everybody is safe and happy. Nimrod, you got some fantastic news. I'm so happy for you. Everybody's looks doing good. Nimrod, are we surprised by these results? Hell no, we are not. Yeah, we are not surprised at all. So John Rapp says, biblical morals, Asimov said it best. Properly read, the Bible is the most potent force for atheism ever created. Agreed. I would agree. Yeah, and Voltaire. If you can convince people of absurdities, you can convince them to commit. If you can convince people to believe absurdities, you can convince them to commit atrocities. Just Call Me Out. He says, 50 years. My content takes place 50 years in the future, 2075. Nice. Very cool. Robert Caslow says, oh, Robert Caslow. Good to see you, Robert Caslow. I saw that. What's up, Mike Globetard Heretic? Says, stuff my pie hole with Christmas food. That's what we do here in America. We stuff our pie holes. Aaron Reese says, if your devil is winning by spreading a message of peace, love, and acceptance, you might want to double check your rule book. This is true. We got 50%. Do I hear 60? 60%. Yes, in the back there, 69. And now 65, 65, 65, 64, 64. But I'm thinking, if my math is correct in there, I think it looks like Christianity has about a 50, 55, 50 to 60-year shelf life. That's pretty much it. Like, that's what's left before we're going to go, yeah, this needs to go in the garbage. This is expired. I'm very curious. I may live to see the end of it. Wow. Think about that. Think about that. The end of the reign of Christianity, like the stranglehold it has on both American politics and American business and the American economy. That'll be really, really interesting. So, well, I'm glad that everybody is doing so well. I've been going for about an hour and 52 minutes here. And I think here, just kind of close it up and let everybody know what's going on with me, what's going on with the channel. And I think it's got, just hilarious. It expired 2,000 years ago. Yeah. So here on Bridge the Divide, I have a big project coming up. It will be the next thing I will be dropping. So it may be a moment. I'm going to try and get some more shorts and stuff there. Definitely do another live stream before I drop another created content, because this one I want to make sure is really, really good. I want to finally get this one out. I'm so close to getting it done. It's the most ambitious video I've ever undertaken. So I hope that you all will enjoy it. But that'll be coming out. But I'll live stream again. You'll definitely see me around. I may be debating someone over on the SC Toon channel. I don't know if it'll be Eric Jewell. That guy is a fucking lunatic, and he completely misbehaved on my channel. So I don't know if I'd be interested in doing that. I'll have to think about it. Other than that, just cool stuff coming up here. Just keep your eyes as we get more and more, channel members, more emojis will unlock. So I want to put a huge shout out to all of my channel members and all of my supporters. Thank you all so much. Thank you all for all this, all you subscribers out there. You guys are amazing. And thank you all to all the channel members. You helped me to make the show possible. And of course, if you didn't know, if you're new here, channel memberships are available for 99 cents a month. And you would get access. You get your channel badge, the expanding mind meme, and then you get access to all of the cool emojis I make for you. So I appreciate all of you guys. You guys are amazing. Alien X Gaming, it's okay. Thank you so much for being here, but I'm glad that you popped in. Good to see you. And then, of course, it's just Bridge the Divide, don't leave yet. Well, I'm still summing up what we're doing. Speaking of Alien X, yes, Alien X is running the Digital Darkness, pretty much kind of like side channel to Week in Horror. Week in Horror's Digital Darkness, which is our horror gaming stream. You can check that out. Those links are available down in the description. I'd definitely check that out. Give it a sub over there. And, of course, over on Week in Horror, we have the live shows. If you like horror movies, we have the live shows every Wednesday, 7 p.m. Central Time. And then, of course, everything goes out to to your podcast hosts that following day, the following Sunday. And don't forget, over on the Week in Horror, there is an Easter egg. Go find it. I put it there. I set it up specifically for y'all. There's an Easter egg over there. Please go find it. Cindy Johnson, thank you so much. A new member of the Godless Army. I do appreciate it, Cindy Johnson. Please enjoy your channel badge and all of the emojis that I have created for you. Thank you very much, Cindy. Pleasure having you. And that's pretty much it. So what is this? Aaron Reese, see ya. Have a good night. Thank you so much, bud. It was a blast having you on the last Bloodbath debate. So Aaron Reese came out and he was a guest judge. If you want to find out if Alex beat me or if I beat Alex in the latest Bloodbath debate, check out, it was Krampus versus Jack Frost. Check out, the Bloodbath when it drops. It was funny as hell. It was really, really good stuff. I'm so glad we're bringing in the patrons to be a part of that, to be special guest judges on Week in Horror, make them a part of the show. It was a lot of fun. Aaron Reese, you were funny as hell, dude. We're going to have you back on soon. What is this? Did I meet somebody? Did I miss someone? What did I miss? Oh, thank you, Alien X. Yeah, uploaded another video today, actually. Fantastic. Thank you, Commander Darklight, for all of those very cool emojis. I do appreciate it. Bye-bye, friends. Stellarium Celestia. And your shirt should be arriving soon. Hopefully. I think so. Let me know. I'm sure Jay will go through the entire show for you. Yeah, so yes, please go and find that Easter egg over on Week in Horror and tell me if you enjoy it. And other than that, I think that's pretty much it. So thank you to all of the channel supporters. Thank you to all of my patrons. Thank you to all of my channel members. All of you are absolutely amazing. All the links you need if you want to support the show are down in the link below. And of course, you can check out the rest of my vids. I hope you all enjoy them. And because I promised it, I have an exit vid. Love you all so much. Be safe. Be excellent to each other. And together, we can bridge the divide. It didn't work. Son of a bitch. What the hell? I thought this was a video. Hang on a second. I freaking made this thing. It's going to work. Oh, it's so annoying. Resource files. Outro vid. There. I don't know why it didn't work. All of a sudden I put it up and it just kind of like, it just stuck there. And the bar ran. It ran like it was playing. Yes, Gary Donnelly, Team Skeptic School of Outros. I totally bollocks that. I totally bollocks that out. God, that's so annoying. No, but anyway, so thank you all so much for being here. I appreciate it. And I will see you all on the next one. Be safe, be excellent to each other. Together we can bridge the divide.